Greetings everyone, dear friends and fellow Africans. The one who feed you controls you, and this is what the United States of America is just doing in the continent of Africa. Remember that African countries could face consequences if they trade in US sanctioned commodities such as Russian oil. Also, we know US has sanctioned the countries such as Zimbabwe, and Africa, we have this what we call continental free trade area. How can we do this with Zimbabwe, continental free trade area, while the country that has been sanctioned by US and are not allowed to trade with other countries, and US has also warned the country, some countries in the continent of Africa. So that's why we are talking about Africa. We need to feed ourselves. We are here and we have started this project almost 2 months ago, that we need Africa to feed ourselves, and this is what we are just doing. What you see here, there's nothing from outside of the continent. We have using manure to as a fertilizer instead of fertilizer. We have used our local and traditional seeds of maize, and this is how our product looks like. So sometimes we Africans, we need to be fed by someone who will come and control us. So in order for Africa to be independent, we need to produce our own food. And what we are just doing here is to encourage young men and women in the continent of Africa to understand that without begging or without depending on someone, we can produce our own food, we can produce our own things, we can have our own things. We have our own gold, we have our own minerals. Why we can't utilize those resources? Why we wait someone to come and tell us how we can utilize our resources? You have seen America, through the ambassador of United States in the United Nations, said that any African countries who will trade with some countries who have been sanctioned by US will get some consequences, will be punished, because we Africans, we have been fed by Americans, we have been fed by others. That's why they can control us, they can decide for us, they can do anything that they want to do, because we have no power, we are so hungry. But the truth is that Africa, we have all potentials, and this is what we are just doing. We are just trying to show you, my dear friends and fellow Africans, don't depend on the others. Let us be Africans, stand as Africans. Let us produce our own food, wherever it is sweet or it is delicious, no problem. If the food is not delicious, let us make this food delicious. If Ukraine, a small country, very, very smallest country, can feed the entire continent, the big and the huge continent are depending on the wheat from Russia. Are we a human being? Just ask yourself, is it our mind is working properly? It is not true that the small country such as Ukraine can feed the entire continent. Today the US is coming to help us to make sure that we produce enough food. Is it true that we need the help from US so that we can produce enough food? No. Or we need the help from Russia so that we can produce enough food? We need the help from China to produce enough food? I don't think so. We Africans, if we decide to come together as Africans, look at how our ancestors have been survived. Africa have been enslaved for almost 400 years, but we're still surviving, because Africa, we have capability. Africa, we can sustain. Africa can do better. So that's why always I'm just trying to show you something that we have done and happened in our lifetime, that we can change our narratives, we can change the story, and Africa of being begging from others must come to an end. So, my dear friends and fellow Africans, this is our farm. Remember my last video about this farm. This maize was a little bit, but today it has grown up and already have this some maize, so it is going well. And what I'm very happy is that we have using the material from here in the continent of Africa. We have using manure, we have using these traditional seeds, and everything you see, it has happened. So sometimes this tendency and the mentality of thinking that we can't do better Africa, we can't feed ourselves, we need the help from someone, must come to an end. If we come together as Africans, we decide Africa, we can do better. We can feed ourselves, because no one will feed us for free. As Thomas Sankara said, the one who feeds you controls you. That's why we want to be independent. We want to be sure that Africa can feed herself. And I encourage you, young men and women who are in agriculture, who are in engineering, who are in doctors, who are in medicine, please do something for the continent of Africa. Everyone play your part. Where you are, just do what is good and right for the continent of Africa. We can change this and we can make Africa independent. Thank you for watching. Stay with us, slow subscription and sharing our video. Thank you.